Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction for you guys. Today, guys, of course, we're checking out the newest episode of Young Justice Phantom's Young Justice Season 4. This is Season 4, Episode 6, and I love this title. Artemis Through the Looking Glass. That is a fantastic title. Holy crap. Somebody call Mystery Inc. Get Scooby and the gang down here now because we have a mystery to solve right now, and we need their help because what is going on? So episode 5, the last episode, Tale of Two Sisters, started a new arc focusing on Artemis. And I stupidly said in that video in the intro, I said, I don't think this is going to be connected to the Mars arc we just witnessed. Because the ending of episode 4, a lot of theories and people talking about what happened to Superboy and all that kind of stuff. Well, I stupidly said, I don't think this is connected. Because I'm thinking timeline-wise, maybe it isn't connected. They open with his death, like the news gets out. What? And then throughout the episode, the mystery happens because Artemis is followed by this girl named Onyx, and she says Cassandra Savage is going to approach you and she's going to be lying to you. And then literally right there in the darkness comes forth Cassandra Savage, and they're both taken to, I believe it's some bunker that Green Arrow has or whatever. And they're both in separate rooms hearing, everyone's kind of hearing their side of the story, and they're being interrogated, if you will. And then all these heroes are standing around trying to figure out who's telling the truth because they got attacked by, I forget what they were called, the Shadows or something, on their way to a location after they both decided we need to take them somewhere else because we need to find out what the hell's going on here, who's telling the truth. And so they're all standing around talking, think, well, maybe it's a thing to where they're both lying and that the enemy sent both of them for us to kind of figure out who we believe or whatever, but regardless, we're going to lose. Maybe we release them both because really it's not our problem. I don't know what the right answer is. I'm not really sure what the right answer is because I'm inclined to believe Onyx is maybe telling the truth because we've had, a week now to think about it. I don't know if they're going to reveal it in this episode if she's the one telling the truth or Cassandra is. Because, that'd be more surprising. So maybe it is Cassandra Savage is telling the truth about who's really turning against, their former, people or whatever. Or who's more believable. I don't know. Cassandra Savage has always been with her father, but she did make a very good point. And what he did to her, she's lost an arm now. So I don't know. And of course, episode 5 was great because we had a little cameo from Jason, Talia, and little Damien. He's not a baby anymore. He's a little kid now, but that was such a cool moment. That's why I love this show so much because we can have little moments like that, and it's just great. It's fantastic. So let's get into this episode now, guys. Where did it go? I had it pulled up, and it's now gone for some reason. Episode 6, Artemis Through the Looking Glass. Love that title. Okay, guys, let's go. Through the Looking Glass.
Training with Dad.
Well, yeah.
Why are you here, Jade? Why am I here, Artemis? I know. Mom warned.
Well, that was a cool transition.
Unless it was an emergency. Life-threatening emergency. I have 2 defectors from the League of Shadows.
Okay, that's why she called her.
Each one claims the other is a plant.
Mm-hmm.
I need your help. What do you need?
Your help? Love that intro.
Hurricane Amy just doubled in size and keeps growing. Flash flooding in Florida.
Oh, shit.
Stranded citizens.
Hello.
You can handle this, right?
Sure. We got you covered.
Thanks.
I feel like he just doesn't know what to do after what happened to Superboy.
Hasn't he?
Reading their mind, trying to see who's lying deeper.
They both seem sincere. Is it possible both are telling the truth to the best of their knowledge?
What?
Anything's possible.
What?
What's the problem? Is there anyone else you can call?
Call everybody. Batman.
Why are you
Everybody.
here, Jade? It's been a while. You have nothing to be jealous of.
Oh.
I hate to interrupt this tender scene.
Yeah. Do you really hate it, though?
Going to introduce us? Boyfriend.
Wow, I'm your boyfriend? That's the first time you've said that out loud.
First time, wow.
The boyfriend, huh?
She really is an assassin.
Escape while you can.
Yeah, run.
And
Run.
a dog, too.
Bye, girlfriend. And girlfriend sister.
Run!
Running.
My sources all have the same intel. The Savage Kid's on the run and being hunted. Meanwhile, no one's even heard of this Onyx. In my business, that means you're either a nobody or a ghost. She escaped the shadows and has Batman's seal of approval. And if the Bat says she's cool, you're just supposed to... Yes.
Yes.
Well, she's right about shadow training. Don't suppose you'd be willing to just kill them both. That would solve your problem.
I mean, yeah,
Fine,
but no.
fine.
We want Cassandra alive.
She'll be a special delivery.
Uh-oh.
Handled with care.
Oh,
As
shit.
for whatever other packages might be on the porch.
I'm here to relieve. Yeah, I came for my shift to relieve her, but she wouldn't leave. Any problems? Nope. They've been quiet.
What's going on? What's wrong?
Or I'll call Batman. Put the sword away. I know you probably learned all about Cheshire from
Yep,
that.
just calm down.
But she is my sister.
Mm-hmm.
And another defector from the shadows.
As part of his ever-expanding multimedia campaign, King Brion
Whoa.
Markovia released yet another video statement across social media today. Markovia welcomes you here. Open arms.
He's creating a Genosha.
Screw hope. Let's get to it. I know who Savage is, but who are you?
Exactly. Who is she?
How'd you end up a shadow? Why did you leave the shadows?
Good question.
It's not just the shadows.
Oh,
It's the light. It's
the
everything
light, yes.
my father touches.
Because he killed your sister?
He took me from my mother when I was 4. He told me she
Man,
was
what?
dead.
Oh, this is...
Then shortly after, he
The
killed
tension.
my sister Olympia, who raised me.
When the Great One and Sensei were replaced by Deathstroke and Lady Shiva.
She knows a lot of information, so I feel like she was a part of it.
More than a weapon. Besides, she's Sportsmaster's daughter.
Yeah?
I thought she'd understand.
I mean, yeah, she would.
Are you kidding? She still goes by Artemis Croc. It took me 3 minutes on the internet.
Meanwhile, your body language underscores all you say all too perfectly. Textbook counter-interrogation tradecraft. You've used every shadow trick in the book to deceive me.
I don't, man, this is crazy.
I mean, I understand your sister called you in because it takes a shadow to know a shadow.
You know, just to keep her safe.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's playing it over and over.
I was so enjoying seeing Cheshire's softer side.
Were you?
This is as soft as I get.
Orphan, Cheshire, take down Black Spider!
Oh, shit. Oh. Ah.
Don't you just love my balls? Sticky wet balls.
Someone's overcompensating.
Teamwork. 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 Ooh, nice.
Anyone ever told you
My
not to
God,
play with
disarming
guns?
everything.
Hasn't anyone told you?
Oh, careful, careful. I like this teamwork. Oh, shit. Come on. Ooh, ooh. Ooh. Oh, shit.
Three Croc sisters working together. Quite the family reunion we have here today. If you want this hero back alive, you'll bring that to Santa Frisco. Leave your medical
Shit.
team and their various bats at home. You have 24 hours.
She can't be trusted. So
No one
she's
can.
going
Neither of you
to
can, really.
Watch your back.
Or you want to come along to stab us in the backs.
Enough! You're both coming.
You can't be serious. Orphan? You mean Lady Shiva's daughter? What? Oh, the bat didn't tell you that part, did he?
Ah, oh, shit.
Vocal cords severed as an infant, so that her only language would be body language.
But I'm still in. So am I.
Then we're going.
Forget it.
Oh, come on.
You're all mad as hatters here.
Mad as hatters.
Let me out.
She never shows. Yeah, she never shows back up. Man, that is... Ah, that's messed up.
Good morning. Ready for my guard duty shift?
Uh-oh. Yeah, they're all gone now.
The unicorn looked dreamily at Alice and
Aww.
said, "Talk, child."
Seriously? Why have they not called Mystery Inc. yet to solve this mystery? Because we still don't know who's telling the truth here. We still don't know who's telling the truth, who's lying. Are they both lying? Are they both telling the truth? I mean, there's a lot of stuff still left up in the air. But some shit went down in this episode that really intensifies everything, because now it's like Artemis has to trust both of them to an extent, because everything didn't go as planned in terms of the interrogation and what's going on with all that kind of stuff. I mean, we got some answers, but not definitive in terms of who's actually telling the truth and who's lying and all that kind of stuff, like what's actually going on. We're just hearing different perspectives. So, episode was really good, by the way. Episode was great, okay? So, let's dive in. So, throughout the episode, we have flashbacks, of course, to younger Artemis and younger Cheshire, and seeing that kind of unfolding more in terms of, we're seeing where Cheshire has left. She's came back. She's like, can you rate the fridge for me? Because she can't technically be, like, she's not succeeding on her own like she hoped. And then, of course, Dad comes in. No, you left the house, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you can't come back here, whatever. You can't make it on your own. She's like, fine, I'll make it on my own. And they have this little code, Mad as Hatters. And the opening shot in this episode, I think it was like the second or third shot, but regardless, Artemis was reading through the looking glass. Like, she was reading a book that said through the looking glass. Like, Artemis the looking glass, the title. Good tie-in. But, so throughout the episode, we see those flashbacks. I think they were, like, handled pretty well in terms of what's happening in the present timeline, in terms of the relationship and how she trusted her sister, because now she's trying to trust her again and trying to bring her back into the fold. And we're seeing how her sister ultimately, like, basically failed her, saying she was going to come back with the money that is needed to replenish all the food, so that all the food she took for her sister, because Mad as Hatter's that little code, so she could replenish the fridge, so that, Dad never found out that she did that. Well, she failed her. Cheshire failed Artemis in that instance. What I liked in the opening, too, with that little flashback real quick, it cuts from a flashback to present day, like, so seamless. Because you see young Artemis, and then you see older Cheshire, and then the episode is now progressing in terms of why she was called there, all that kind of stuff. And I was wondering if it was multiple reasons, and really it was only the one reason. We have two people who are saying they defected from the shadows. They're telling different stories. We need to know who's telling the truth. We had a mind reader in the episode. I forget the character's name, but we had a mind reader in the episode reading both their minds, and then saying, I think they're both telling the truth in a sense, like, to their best of their abilities. But then Spoiler says, listen. So mind reader went and listened to Spoiler and said, well, Spoiler says that shadows are trained to manipulate their thoughts, manipulate mind readers, because in the world of DC and in this world of all these characters, the shadows have to know that their minds may be read at some point, so they have to learn that skill as well to deflect and make it seem like, oh, they're telling the truth. So maybe they both are innately, because like Onyx said later in the episode, almost said earlier, later in the episode, that she has known for the longest time to be a shadow. So she's not trying to be manipulative, because Cheshire, when she first starts talking about both of them saying, this, and this, she's like, Onyx, I can't find anything on her. She's either a nobody or a ghost. And if it's a nobody, but she's a ghost, you don't want to mess with that, because she's that deep that she can't find anything on her. So either she's one or the other. Nobody, who cares? Ghost, bad, get out. So I like the fact that Cheshire was really aggressive with Onyx, but I get her point, because Cheshire, first of all, she's aggressive and angry in general as a character. But the fact is that she's like worried because Onyx is the one who followed Artemis from her house, which her daughter is there. So her daughter's life is threatened. So, because Onyx could be the person lying in this situation. Don't know. So, I like the fact that she confronted Onyx, and Cheshire told her, I don't trust you. You're trained to manipulate, and every answer you've given me is so cookie cutter perfect that it's hard to believe you. And with Cassandra, like, she makes a lot of good points too in terms of her father and what he's done and everything, so that's why she wanted to defect and realizing what she wants to do. But who's ultimately telling the truth? I have no idea. So we have people sent to take Cassandra. They're not there to get Onyx, which is interesting. They're not there to get Onyx. They're there to get Cassandra Savage. And so they go, we have this fight ensuing. It's really cool. And ultimately, it's like a decision to where Cassandra is the target. She has to fight back. I don't know this character's name, but this robotic character has like this purple glow. Really cool design. Don't recognize the character, but it was awesome to see that, because she says before the fight ensues between both of them, she's like, you can take on a Cassandra Savage? You sure you can take on me, the daughter of Vandal Savage? And then literally that punch slamming into the wall behind her and just destroying the wall. And she goes for an uppercut punch, and it really does nothing. Like, wow. But what I liked is that this is an overpowered character. And so we have Cassandra, Artemis, who breaks Onyx out saying, get your gear. If you want to prove to me that you're telling the truth, because Artemis still doesn't know, you need to help me. So they all three of them, Onyx, Cassandra, and Artemis, took on this character, and it was awesome. That was great to see them working together, even though Onyx and Cassandra are on opposite sides of whatever this story is in terms of who's telling the truth, who's lying, all that kind of stuff. But it was really cool to see them all working together. And I think his name was Black Spider, that character who's running around throwing the webs and shit. I think that's the character name. Like, you like my balls? Like, just stupid shit. But it was a funny moment for sure. But it was a good action sequence throughout the whole segment there. Like, it was really good. And I'm not sure how long I was flubbing on that. I just now realized I was saying spoiler when I meant orphan. Wow. Because spoiler was in the episode, but not a lot. But anyways, what I was saying was, Orphan gets knocked out by Lady Shiva, takes off the mask and says, if you want Orphan back, bring Cassandra to me, and says the location where, like, because I think it's the new location for the shadows, I think. I'm not really sure, but like, says a location to exchange. Well, it's interesting that they're not going after Onyx. Like, they have no, like, there's nothing been mentioned about Onyx, so it kind of maybe adds more to the validity. Onyx maybe was never a shadow, or maybe she's not truly defected and that she's there to try to bring her back or something along the lines of that. Like, it's a whole trick where Onyx is actually still working for the shadows and Cassandra is truly the individual that is the target. And the only reason why she's the only target is because Onyx never left. You know what I'm saying? So that theory may work. There's still a lot of theories we could discuss about who's telling the truth and what. But Cheshire says Lady Shiva is the mother of Orphan, which I'm trying to think if that's in the comics. It's been a bit. I don't remember, but I was quite surprised, man. Regardless if that's in the back of my memory, and I can't remember at the moment if I've read that or not, or I've learned that before, but that is interesting because it adds to the depths of this character who can't speak, and the whole story about her vocal cords were severed when she was an infant or like a young kid. Like, it's like, wow, because the kid needs to, because the Lady Shiva was raising Orphan to just be a true shadow in terms of body movement, body language. A voice doesn't matter. But you have a fucking voice, Lady Shiva. You have a fucking voice. Why can't your kid have a voice? That is some bullshit. And it's just kind of creepy too. Orphan just sits there and isn't responding to Artemis. He's like, you can go, Orphan, because she doesn't want anybody there to see Cheshire come in and everything. And of course, Cheshire walks in, she pulls out a sword. Stand down. Stand down. I know you guys hate it. This is not good. You're trained to take her out. But don't worry. Don't worry. And then Artemis saying, well, Orphan got a seal of approval by Batman. She's like, do you trust that? Yes. Of course you do. It's fucking Batman. Which, where's Batman? Because it's funny because like, that mind reader in the opening bit of the episode said, do you have anybody else you can call? Everybody. Call everybody. Call Batman. Who cares? Just call everybody. Who cares? So they're heading there. Artemis without her team. She's with the two individuals who are either betraying her or actually working for her, or one of them is. Who knows? But this is going to be interesting. Because I'm assuming Cheshire has to show back up. I'm guessing. I mean, literally, this arc, it feels like it's about Artemis and Cheshire. So ultimately, I feel like Cheshire is going to come and help. But I don't know when. I feel like they're going to wait till the last episode of the arc to reveal who's telling the truth and who isn't. That's my guess. It could be the next episode. I'm not really sure. We'll see. But holy crap. So we have another part of the episode we've been focusing on a little bit, which was Beast Boy. And unfortunately for Beast Boy, he's not in a good spot. I like the fact when they introduced his part of the story here, which I was not expecting, but it was still cool to see. We have Wonder Girl there, and I forget the other character's name, but they're there and like, there's a hurricane or something going on. We're gonna go. You come on. And he's like, I'm still kind of lagged from the trip back from Mars. It's like, that's not what's happening here, and I think they know it. And then him laying there in bed. Well, that's the third scene. The second scene, I'll get to the bed scene because he's replaying the Superboy stuff. So I'll get to that in a second. But the second scene, he goes in and King Brion is there saying, he's basically creating a Genosha for Markovia. If you guys want to come in, if you're a meta, all that kind of stuff, come on in. And then, what? And then he cuts the TV off as soon as, I believe his ex girlfriend, or maybe it is his girlfriend still. I think it's his ex now. Was about to speak. He turned off the TV. But the last scene, he's replaying the memorial for Superboy. Now, I knew it was going to hit him hard. I wasn't expecting them to cover like this in this episode, in this arc about Beast Boy, but it kind of makes sense because we followed immediately with episode 5, Tale of Two Sisters. We learned right away Superboy is dead. Well, I have theories about that. And so Beast Boy in episode 6 now, still just not wanting to do anything. Like, he's in a whole different mindset, a whole different place. It's brutal, but at the same time, it makes sense because he was so connected to Connor. He was so connected to him that he's just laying in bed, just replaying the memorial on his phone of Superboy's memorial. I wonder if he went. I'm guessing he did. Maybe not. Maybe he's too distraught. I mean, I feel like whenever he decides to come back and help his team, he's not going to be as effective because his mind is not going to always be on the mission. Because literally, the way he is now, he's sulking around. He literally walked from his room down there and just turned on the TV and didn't even speak, and then just walked back in to his room after a minute. And at first, I'm like, why did we see this scene? But it makes sense because in his mindset, everything's just gone to shit. And I think the King Brion segment on television might be hinting at a future storyline, maybe about Meta's going to Markovia and everything. Maybe, I don't know. But this is a really good episode, and of course, the way they end it, they're gonna go try to save Orphan. I almost said spoiler again. But now it's just Artemis, Cassandra Savage, and Onyx. So this is gonna be interesting. This is not gonna end well, whatever happens. I mean, because if it's truly one person betraying the other, or one person betraying Artemis in this whole situation who's lying, it's going to be pretty crazy because now she's kind of trusting both of them to help get Orphan back without actually turning Cassandra in. Because she doesn't want to do that. Because Cheshire's like, let's just kill them both. Just kill them both. Who cares? No, it's not how we do things around here. I love Young Justice. I'm so happy the show is back because this show just knows how to deliver on the action, the humor, amazing storytelling, great characters, everything. This show has everything. So what'd you guys think of the episode? I'm curious to know your thoughts, guys. Now, after seeing 2 episodes of this mystery, because we don't have Scooby-Doo or the rest of the gang for Mystery and Cure, who do you think is telling the truth? Who do you think is telling the truth? Because a lot of people are theorizing in the first episode about Onyx and Cassandra. Now we have a little bit more information in terms of different people mind reading, Cheshire asking questions, and then we see how they're technically working together because they have to save themselves. But only Cassandra was the target and not Onyx. Who do you think's telling the truth? Do you believe it is Onyx? Do you believe it's Cassandra? Do you believe it's both of them? Do you believe both of them are lying? Whatever your theory is about it, let me know in the comments below. I know you guys will be commenting your theories below. What do you think overall about the episode as well? Whatever thoughts you have about that as well, let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. I can't wait for the next episode of the show because this show is fantastic. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.